guys, my name is Charlotte aka Harley Sense here on YouTube. So today I am going to be reviewing the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation. I have this in what I think is the lightest colour, which is number 3 True Ivory. Apparently this oxidizes, so we'll find out during the day. I did test it on my hand and then I walked around Superdrug for a little bit and then came back to get it. I tried 2 shades. Both seemed to fit me, but I think because it oxidized I went for the lighter one just in case. So yeah, I'm going to do half my face with my Real Techniques brush and half with my Real Techniques sponge. And yeah, let's just get into reviewing it. Okay, so first I'm just going to pump it on my hand. I've done 2 like fairly small pumps there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to dot it on the Beauty Blender side first. Okay, I think that should be enough. And yeah, I'm just going to blend it in with my wet beauty sponge. I realise I've definitely not put enough on my forehead because I've only put on the very edges, so I'm just going to, like almost the edge of my forehead pretty much. I've just got a little mirror down here. Okay, so that's it for the Beauty Blender side, I think. It is meant to be full coverage, and I've seen it as full coverage. But remember, Beauty Blenders kind of take away some of the coverage when you use one. So that's why we're going to see what it's like with this. But it's gone on really nicely. And I think it will be easily layered as well. So let's just try with the brush. I also have a spot here and a scar above that, so we'll just see how well it covers it. Okay, so already I can see, I mean I haven't done my forehead yet, but on my cheeks especially there's more coverage on this side with the brush, but I'm not surprised about that because that is usually the case. Okay, what I do like is neither side looks cakey. This foundation actually seems to be working really well with this brush, so that's also good. Got a bit of hair stuck in that for some reason. Yeah, I mean I don't know if it's as full coverage as I thought it was going to be, but let's put another coat on. Now that I know the difference between coverage between the brush and the blender, I am just going to use the blender to do like the second coat, because I just like to check out how much the coverage is affected between the two, and whether or not like my brush that I usually use gets affected by a brush, like if it works well with the brush, does that make sense? Probably not, but you know, I think I'm applying a bit, I've put too much on my hand, I know that. Okay, so a second coat is doing a lot. I think this is definitely the most full coverage foundation I've ever tried. Okay, so I definitely really like this foundation. It is very full coverage. It hasn't really quite covered my blemishes very well, but my skin tone is incredibly even right now. In fact, I probably look a little bit weird on camera. So yeah, I'm going to apply the rest of my foundation and I'll get back to you to see how well everything's gone on and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I have the rest of my makeup on. I definitely think it's oxidized, but not to the point where it doesn't suit my skin tone. It does still suit my skin tone. So if you're gonna get this foundation, definitely, like if you're kind of both shades, like if you're between 2 shades, go for the lighter one since it oxidizes. My spots are still kind of visible, but I didn't put a whole lot of concealer on them. My foundation has gone a little bit cakey here, but I think that's because of the Revolution concealer. For some reason it goes like cakey on me. I mean yesterday, like in this inner corner here, it like I had to like peel it off almost. It just didn't look right. Aside from that, the creasing is minimal, especially like on my forehead. And all my foundation seems to be like, what's the word? Even. and it's not patchy, and my makeup's gone on nicely on top of it, like all my other products. So yeah, I am very impressed with it so far. I used my usual primer, the NYX Hydro Touch, and my usual setting spray, the Kat Von D setting spray, and I've also used my usual, I always forget what it's called, the Milani Prep Set and Glow Illuminating Transparent Powder. I also used that. So like my 3 kind of like setting products, I used like my usuals, so we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. At the moment it's like 2 o'clock or just after, so I'll let you know like later tonight how everything's lasted. Okay, so it's now like 9:30, and so I've had this makeup on for about 7 hours. I have tried so hard to make this as light as possible, but I look terrible right now because the lighting is really bad. I was gonna film an hour ago, but my brother came home, so I was downstairs talking to him, and now the lighting's gone. So yeah, anyway, if you forgot what we were looking at, it's the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation. I'm gonna look at myself in this terrible lighting and see what my final thoughts are. Honestly, this has to be the best wearing foundation I've ever worn in my life. It looks exactly the same as when I first put it on. I've got a tiny bit of creasing here, but that's it. Even my forehead creases are not bad at all. In fact, I found for some reason they get better over the day, like as the day goes on. The creasing under my eyes isn't great, but that's not the foundation, that's the concealer, and that's normal. Yeah, it's all off my nose a little bit, but obviously I've like kind of blown my nose for, like I've eaten hot food and had a runny nose from it. But like my cheeks, literally, yeah, like look perfect. My forehead still looks perfect. My chin looks pretty damn good. Like this, honestly, my foundation looks amazing, and it has oxidized a tiny bit, I think, but not much. It still looks like it's the right shade for me. It looks right for me. It doesn't look weird. I genuinely think, I think it's what, like £10? This is probably the best foundation I've ever tried in my life. Like genuinely, this is now my favourite foundation. I mean, obviously if I want like a lighter coverage, I maybe wouldn't use this. I'd use a different foundation. But this is amazing. Like it really is. I mean, it had to be. It's Jeffree Star approved. We know that. But it's like a cat crying outside and it's very annoying. It won't pick up on this camera, but it's fine. Yeah, I love this. I highly recommend this. And remember, I have dry skin. I did try out a new moisturiser this morning, and I'm very sure it's going to be my next favourites video. But this hasn't made my skin dry. My skin looks absolutely fine. It doesn't have dry patches at all. It looks nice and kind of like almost dewy in a way. Like it just looks like skin. It doesn't look dry in the slightest. So even if you've got dry skin, I recommend this. Obviously like moisturise beforehand just to make extra sure, and I also used a hydrating primer as well. And I make sure, if you know I'm powdering my whole face, to spray Mario Badescu over my face to kind of get that hydration back in my skin, but keep my skin matte, things like that. In this will definitely not dry out your skin, so I really do highly recommend it. And my mum thinks it looks really nice on me too, which is always a bonus. So that's it for this video. I'm very sorry if I look very weird for the last part of this video, but what you're going to do, I forgot. I tell you, at least I did it this time. Unlike my mascara review, I completely forgot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Okay, I'll see you next time guys. Bye!